Thanks for staying with Centre Stage. The Jammu hospital that aborted an 8-month fetus because of sheer negligence now claims that it only followed a prescription given by another hospital, a government hospital. This after it practically admitted to this catastrophic error yesterday. JK Medicity's license has been suspended by the Omar Abdullah government. But is that punishment enough for killing an unborn baby and destroying a young woman's life?
The administration has finally cracked the whip on the hospital in Jammu that accidentally aborted a woman's fetus instead of putting her on the glucose drip. Jammu and Kashmir government has suspended the license of JK Medicity. The hospital can't perform any medical activity in the building now. But after virtually admitting to the error in treatment on Sunday, the hospital today made a dramatic U-turn. JK Medicity now claims that it only referred to the prescription given by the civil hospital gynecologist. It also says that Stuti Sharma was administered the drugs in the presence of an MD and not just an Ayurvedic doctor.
The basic problem, the investigation which we have carried out so far as regarding this case was that nothing wrong from our side has been committed as far as that patient is concerned. Patient had come here on the instruction of Dr. Indu Pol for getting any drip which was for the growth of the baby.
Can the hospital absolve itself of all responsibility by blaming the government hospital? World over, hospitals are fined millions for unethical acts. In India, they go scot-free. Shouldn't JK Medicity be administered stricter punishment than just a mere suspension of license? Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
This evening on Centre Stage to speak about a story that has shocked our viewers. We've gotten letters, SMSs, text messages about a story that has created a huge amount of revulsion and fear across the country. Bejan Mishra, founder, Partnership for Safe Medicine, is with us here in our studios. Padma Shri Dr. M. Wali, physician to the President of India, joins us live from Delhi. Dr. K.K. Agarwal, senior cardiologist, also senior national vice president of the Indian Medical Association, is with us. And also Dr. Rahul Mishra, who is not only co-convener of the BJP medical cell, joining us live from Mumbai, but is also a well-established intellectual and healthcare practitioner in his own right. Welcome, gentlemen. Dr. Agarwal, I'd like to come to you first. This is a criminal offence, isn't it?
Absolutely. Any delivery, any abortion after 20 weeks under the MTP Act is a criminal offence.
Yes.
And that should be tried on a criminal expense. 1. 2. Under the Medical Council of India Act, such types of provisions under Section 8.5, their license can be suspended pending investigation. And if criminal offence can be proved, they can get a...
So it's a clear-cut case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, abortions after 20 weeks is illegal.
Yes.
Let's be very clear about it. There's no excuse that some other bit, we did it on the pretest or some other person.
But so how could something like this happen?
That
I can tell you that we've been getting messages from viewers all through yesterday and today since we broke this story, saying how could something like this happen? You know, Jammu is not a small place. Even in a small place, something like this would be unbelievable. But how could something like this happen?
See, criminality occurs. If that has happened, let the law take its own action.
Yes.
The Medical Council should pump in. The administration has depaneled the hospital. They've cancelled the registration. The doctors have been arrested. Let the law takes its own action. That doesn't mean that the medical profession is bad.
Yes.
In that particular case, these are the black sheep who spoil the name of the medical image. So in terms of provisions, such a thing happens, the government should depanel those hospitals.
Yeah.
If a hospital is found corrupt, indulging into corrupt practices.
Yes.
So today there was a news that US is doing this and that. In India also there are a lot of actions possible. You can depanel them. The public sector can depanel.
Let me bring in Dr. Rahul Mishra. Dr. Mishra, do you think there are enough laws to send out the right message about a shocking story like this one?
To be very precise, I personally feel that there are laws, but as far as implementations are concerned, India is too big a country and there is no proper reporting and we all have to either go through, the patients, through the police or so-called grievances in the consumer's court. These both things are big hassles as far as patients' safety and their long-term or
Yes.
immediate perspectives. But I was, told that, and I read today morning the headline in Times of India, which was very shocking, that US hospitals are fined millions of dollars for unethical acts and Indian ones go free.
No, one of the
Here.
scary... Yeah, no, Dr. Mishra, let me just hold on to that fact for a minute. I want to bring in Bejon Mishra on precisely that. Bejon Mishra, you know, one of the most scary things about this story is, this one was reported. And, you know, perhaps the lady involved in this absolutely unspeakable tragedy had the wherewithal to approach a journalist or get this story out. Obviously, this means that there are thousands of cases which simply go unreported because people don't even know about medical negligence.
You are absolutely bang on, you are absolutely correct.
Yes.
This is one stray case of reporting.
Yeah.
There are thousands of such cases maybe happening, which is getting unnoticed and getting away.
Yes.
The only reason is we are not responsible in terms of learning, in terms of such mistakes. You see, people start defending.
Yeah.
You know, in our country, the first thing is people will say, oh, it is not my responsibility,
Yeah.
some doctor. Why don't everybody start reporting
Yes.
to the regulator in their own small manner, you know, especially the medical practitioners. You see, the authorized medical practitioners, they know who are the quacks in the market. They know who are the people who are giving wrong prescriptions.
Yeah.
The practicing, you know, the chemist shop, they know
Yes.
who is not a doctor but prescribing.
Yeah.
They are the ones who should be empowered to, you know, make sure that they keep sharing this information.
Yes.
You know, we have a Whistleblowers Act. Under the Drug and Cosmetics Act, we have a section now called Whistleblowers to report on spurious medicines being manufactured or not of standard medicines being manufactured. Not a single case has got reported till date.
Yes. Okay,
Because of lack of trust in the system.
There's a lack of trust in the system, which
just
is why
want to-
I'm going to come to you, Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Wali, I want to bring in as well. Dr. Wali, you know, negligence of this kind, it's not the first time we've heard of negligence of this kind happening. It's just that this time it's specific and it is an extremely emotive story which has shocked a lot of people that it's come out in the open once again. But in your expert view, Dr. Wali, and you know, you are a physician to the president, you've seen how the system works, you've practiced across the country. How bad is the system right now? How bad is it right now? What kind of work lies ahead of this country before, you know, negligence of this kind stops happening? The reason I'm asking is because this was not a quack. This was an established and well-known
Yes.
hospital in Jammu. Well-known doctors.
Yes.
They were not breaking any rules in any sense, at least not visibly as of now. So the question that people are asking is, how could people who know precisely what they're doing go so horribly wrong, Dr. Wali?
Well, I am not speaking here as physician to the president,
I know that,
but I
I
am
know
sharing your thoughts. I fully agree with Dr. Agarwal and Mr. Bijon.
Yes.
This is a major lapse. And we have to go into the crux of the matter, why it all happened.
Yes.
And there should not be any blame game. One should come out bravely and accept the fault and should try to come out with the measures so that such a thing should not happen in future.
Correct.
We have, what I say to people is, we have not yet learned to respect human life. This is very important.
That's the point, yes.
First, we have to learn to respect the human life. And then we know we are dealing with a life. Even when we are handling a patient, we do not think we are handling a live material, which is a patient. It is a live material. Patient is giving his total health, total life into our hands.
Yes.
And how should we act? Most of the time, our colleagues have to be enlightened that if a patient we are seeing, it is his life in our hand.
Yes.
And this is a most important area in which we are dealing.
But
we are
isn't
not
it-
dealing with a file of a ministry.
Isn't it tragic, Dr. Wali, and I want to put that question to Dr. Agarwal, that
It's
something
more
as
than
basic
tragic,
as
it
that...
is shocking. It is shocking.
Isn't it tragic that something as basic as that a patient's life is in a healthcare practitioner's hands, needs to be, you know, spread as a culture. Why isn't it already a culture? This may be a simple, specific criminal case, Dr. Agarwal, but, you know, like you said, it can't become, you know, a patients and the Indian citizens versus the medical profession. It has to be a joint solution. That's the point.
Let me first talk about this particular case.
Yeah.
In this particular case, this is not common. I can't say that there are thousands of cases occurring every day. Number two is
but we don't know which ones are not being reported.
No, I'm talking about this particular situation. Because everybody knows after 20 weeks it's a criminal offense and the jail is in years.
Yes.
Because this is something which nobody will do it.
Right.
If it has been done, I'm 100% sure some other doctor might have leaked. Isne aisa kiya hai, just get him caught.
Yes.
Otherwise, such type of cases normally will not happen. Supreme Court also has come out with certain guidelines about never events. That never event means no inquiries to be held.
Yes.
Take punishment directly.
Right.
Like for example, wrong patient, wrong examination, quick justice.
Yes.
There's a lot of situations.
Yes.
In these cases, there will be no trial. If this case to Medical Council of India, I don't think so we are going to waste more than 5 minutes. We are just going to suspend the license of the doctor. Maybe we may not even call it.
But even if it's a clear-cut criminal case.
So what we have to address is medical negligence where it is like in between.
Yes.
These are gross
extreme
lapses,
cases is what you're saying.
Where no discussion is required even at the council level.
Right.
But situation where what we are facing.
Are you willing to accept that, sir? No counselling required at that level?
No, counselling means council will take action immediately.
What I believe in is there has to be a prompt action.
Prompt action.
So deterrent.
Yes.
That the signal is so strong to the medical practitioners that they would dare not do it again.
What kind of action would be suitable in this particular case beyond just the license suspension, which is the immediate action?
Immediate has to be put into custody.
Yes.
He has to be in the custody till the proceedings don't go.
Yes.
A summary trial.
Yes.
And if necessary, life imprisonment.
Yes.
You know what my contention is, that people cannot play around with the lives of the patients.
Yes.
Please. And what I would like to sort of convey to the policymakers.
Let's convey that to Dr. Rahul Mishra. He belongs to the BJP, the ruling party. So speak directly to him.
So Rahul ji must understand that this government which has come to power with lot of expectations which you have created within the minds of the people.
And they can make these changes immediately.
And you can go ahead and do these changes immediately because you have a clear 5 years mandate to rule and show results to this country, to the citizens. And I'm sure, you know, your leadership should be guided by people like you all to bring amendments to such laws which are existing today in our country, to give those damages like we heard about US today in the newspaper.
Dr. Rahul Mishra, is it something you're willing to do? Is it something you're willing to speak to your party and to your government about, saying that, you know, this is not something we can drag our feet over anymore? This is patients' lives. Even though, as Dr. Agarwal said, this may be an extreme case, the bigger issue is medical negligence. There are stories that are going unreported. This one happened to be picked up by headlines today because we have a fabulous set of reporters. But there are thousands of cases, definitely, which we never hear about, simply because they never come out. People are not even aware of their rights.
Even the complaint mechanism is so poor that the patients, people do not even know where to go.
Can you give us, Dr. Mishra, can you give us an assurance this evening on Center Stage that you will speak to the higher-ups of your government and your party, saying that this is a story that has shocked people and we must look into medical negligence and specific actionable steps that we can take in the near term? Can you give us that assurance, Dr. Mishra?
Yes, I can, because I feel it is a straightforward case, and first and foremost, only certain centers are given licenses to carry out medical termination of pregnancies, and those centers are given very clear-cut indications throughout India about when to do, how to do, and how safe it should be. So probably in fundamental only, this case itself shows that everything what has happened is wrong, and definitely BJP as a very responsible party and government, we as a medical cell and myself as a national co-convener would take up this issue with Ministry of Health, Dr. Harshvardhan ji, and also other important members, because in India the health is going to be very, very important in coming time.
And I hope,
as a matter of fact,
that's a positive note to end this discussion.
I just want to ask you, what was the fetus sex, male or female?
We don't have that information.
So it will be MTP violation,
so that issue is also there.
Possible PNDT, then killing the fetus. There
But
are
I think
so many sections of criminality.
What Dr. Rahul Mishra has just said is perhaps a small bit of a positive note that we can end this particular discussion on, because there is nothing about that.
It has to be on a fast track.
Absolutely.
It has to be done on a fast track.
Dr. Rahul Mishra, it has to be on the fast track. It can't be over 5 years. It has to be tomorrow.
Yes.
And no committees, no expert group, working group.
Nothing like that.
Nothing of that.
It has to be direct. We will check back with you next week.
As a matter of fact, police itself can take the action, because it is a clear violation of any kind of...
No, we don't want to get there.
I'd like to give all of you...
We don't want to get there. We want to help the patient's family.
Okay.
We want to bring a good message to the country, to the citizens.
I'd like to give all of you 4 gentlemen an assurance today that we will revisit this issue next week, and we will invite Dr. Rahul Mishra back on the show, and we will ask him what message he has sent to the government, what specific actionable steps he has taken. Dr. Rahul Mishra, please, it's not an inquiry of any kind. We are looking to you. Since you belong to the ruling party, you have the ear of the government. You can tell them, and as an intellectual, as a practitioner, and as a member of the BJP medical cell, you are respected within it. They will listen to you, and that's the reason why we've invited you on this show. That's why we've extracted that assurance from you on the story that has affected us all in a very, very terrible way. And people, I can tell you, across the country, gentlemen, have been moved to tears by something like this even being possible in this modern times that we live in. But I'd like to end on that note that perhaps something can change. This is a specific criminal case, but let's hope people can be safer. Nothing is more important than a patient's life. Bijon Mishra, Dr. Wali, Dr. Agarwal and Dr. Mishra, thank you very much for joining us on Center Stage Debate 2. Thank you very much.